Hey, welcome to Midnight Mentor. This is another session of Midnight Mentor. Just another session of Midnight Mentor. I'm Justin Chamness. Welcome to ShutUpMoney.com's Saturday night festivities. We're just having fun. I'm going to play a game, and I'm also going to give away a free cheat sheet. And we can cut to the chase right away with that free cheat sheet. There's a link right here at the top, and you can go there and you can get the free cheat sheet right away. The whole time I'm playing this game, having fun. I'm just going to play a game on PS4 and give away a free cheat sheet tonight. Just have fun hanging out. If you want to put some questions in the chat, we'll do some Q&A in the chat maybe. And let's see, what else is there? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about this cheat sheet where we're going to do we're going to avoid paying a transactional lender and a double close. Okay, we're going to talk about what all that means. So let's just have fun. All right, I'm going to play a game called Journey. I don't know how long I'll play. We'll just go until it feels right. Okay, I haven't played this before. I played it for a few minutes, but that was it. And so you know, we're just having a good time playing Journey. And not the band Journey, right? Like, I seen her in a smoky room. Hey, Dr. Terrence, good to see you. Thank you for the kind words. I am probably not the hardest working man in real estate. I'm probably the hardest goofer offer in real estate. But nevertheless, yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's good to see you. Good to see you watching. Thank you, sir. Yes, we're going to be giving away a cheat sheet tonight. It's going to be about how to save money. I know we all like to save money. We're going to talk about double closings a little bit, and this is what I call the fixed double close, okay? Because double closes can be a little scary, especially if you're new in the biz. You know, if you're kind of new, the idea of a double close is pretty scary. It's pretty scary, yep. And I think it's scary for a number of reasons. Well, because there's, I think, more people involved. And with more people involved, I think there's more chances of somebody asking a question that maybe you don't know the answer to, or maybe, you know, really upsetting the apple cart in the deal, so to speak. Okay? So, but a double close is, we are hearing more and more about those in real estate wholesaling lately. And the reason why is because somebody said Justin, the lease option is anti-hero. I love it. Dude, I'm honored you remember. That's pretty cool. You know, we're hearing more about double closings in real estate wholesaling. The name of this game is Journey. It's brand new to me, but yeah, we're hearing more about them because double closings, because you know, everybody's saying these assignment deals are, you know, going away. The assignment, the power of the assignment, you know. Actually, I don't know that that's true. It's not really true. It may be true at some point that assignments are done away with, but I don't think anytime in the very near future. if at all. But I have been told, like for example, my favorite title company guy, the guy that owns the title company or runs it or whatever, he told me, he said, yeah, one of these days it'll happen. He said, but it'll come by way of the title insurance companies not wanting to do offer title insurance on transactions that involve an assignment. Okay, so that's a tough cookie. You know, if they do away with assignments, but not really. I don't think they'll be doing away with assignments. I think they'll just make them hard for people like you and I. All right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Mr. Thinker, it's good to see you, dude. It's been a minute since I've seen you hanging around. And but anyway, giving away a free cheat sheet tonight to help with double close situations. And double closings can be intimidating because you usually, have to close on that property yourself. I mean, that's what it means. Is you close the A to B side yourself as the wholesaler, and then you have a B to C side where your end buyer comes in and buys it again. So two totally separate escrows. Okay, that's how they refer to it at the title company. Is two totally separate escrows, or how we refer to it as a double escrow, right? The first escrow is where you're buying it and you actually have to close on it. And then the second escrow is where your end buyer is buying it from you. So there's two escrows, there's two HUDs, there's two transactions going on here. Okay? And so, wow, I don't know what this this game's pretty weird. But I've heard good things about it. So yeah, there's two escrows involved in a double closing, and see what's kind of weird about it is it used to be such that if I was as a wholesaler, I could go find a property, I could put it under contract. I could, let me turn the mic down a little bit. I feel like I'm kind of hot on the mic. Sorry, I'm hot on the mic like a what was it? Hot on the mic like a phantom. I'm trying to remember that old Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Anyway, creep to the mic like a phantom. Yeah. So used to we would do double closings, and which would mean we would have a purchase and sale agreement with our homeowner, and then we would, have another purchase and sale agreement with our end buyer. Okay. And we would close both at the same time at the same title company using one money, okay? Meaning using the B to C side's money. So my end buyer's money, we'd be using it to actually buy the deal on the A to B side. And then we'd be, using the same money to buy it, from me. So it kind of all using the end buyer's money. They used to allow that a lot of places. Okay, and that was kind of cool. That they'd let you. Wow, this is pretty cool. Okay, so they totally let you use your end buyer's money, and that was nice. But like a lot of things. Oh no, I fell. What happens now? All right. Yeah, but nowadays, like a lot of things, they've taken that away and they make it harder now. Okay, so used to we could just use the end buyer's money on a double close, but nowadays we can't. We have to actually close on the A to B side. I mean, fund it and everything and close it, and then we can do escrow on the B to C side and close it. Like two completely separate transactions. And that requires money on the A to B side, or it requires a transactional lender, right? So if we have a transactional lender, then no problem. But when you're just getting started, you might not know a transactional lender, and you might not know how to find one even. Okay, so it can be, I think, a double escrow closing when we hear these coaches and gurus and people on Facebook and on the internet and what have you talking about, well, hey, it's easy. If they just do away with assignments, fine, just close on everything. Sometimes I hear that and I just laugh and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. I mean, it sounds so, yeah, just close on everything. Like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, I guess I will. Thank you for the advice. And then there's some of them out there that's got some lending programs that I don't know nothing about, and I'm not real big on some of these transactional lender programs. And let's be real, transactional lenders are those guys that will lend you the money to close your A to B with the seller, have the HUD done, close it all up, be done with it, close escrow, end of transaction A to B, and then they're going to be paid back on the B to C when your end buyer buys it. So that's the transactional lender's role. And that transactional lender, he's gonna charge you some money for the use of that money for like a whole day. He's gonna have his money lent out there for like a whole day, maybe 2 or something, and he's gonna make, what are they charging? A lot of places are charging 2.5%, 3% of the purchase price of the the loan amount. Okay, that's a lot of money sometimes. It's like paying a realtor almost, right? So paying a transactional lender can be kind of pricey. Okay, and then there's some out there I've heard that do some flat rates and so on and so forth and whatever. But a lot of times we're working with, as wholesalers, wow, I have no idea where to go from here. Looks way far over there. What a beautiful game, though. I see why people like this. So, I kind of got distracted with the game there for a second, guys. Yeah. So the transactional lenders can be expensive, and plus we might not even know where to find a transactional lender. And, that's kind of normal, I think, for people getting started. It's like, well, how does this whole process work and everything? Well, a lot of times we're working with the same, as wholesalers, we're working with the same end buyers. All right? Not in every case. All right, but like, let's say for example, in my own hometown here, I live in Kansas City, Missouri. Okay? Go Chiefs, right? That's what everybody says. When I say that, they're like, oh, go Chiefs. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Man, I'm like sand surfing. This is pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean, here in my local area, I know the buyers. Okay, I know who the cash buyers are. All right, so they're just the same dudes that buy from me all the time. Okay, if I've got an ugly house deal here, I know exactly who I'm going to call. Okay. Now, if you're new, you might not have that. Okay, well, if you're new, I recommend you develop that. That right there, if you are in the ugly house business at all, you only need like 2 or 3, maybe 4 good buyers like that buy like on the regular anything you've got, to make like a 6-figure income every year. Okay, so it's not like you need to know 150. Like somebody with some, I think you need 150 on your email list though. But somebody was saying the other day, hey, one of these big guys has like he has 40,000 cash buyers on his cash buyers list, and I'm like, 40,000? I'm like, what is that about? Now, I can't get up this hill. Wow. I guess I'm not going that way. Yeah, I don't think you need 40,000 cash buyers on your cash buyers list. Okay, I think you need a couple, two or three real solid ones. And I think the ones that you need to know are the ones that have, that are buying real regular in the areas that your farm territory. If you know, have you heard of that phrase, the farm territory? That's the territory where, you're doing your marketing for deals, okay? In your local market, for example, your farm territory. All right, so you need to know a couple, two or three, or four or five, half a dozen. That's all. Good buyers in your local market, okay, or in your farm territory, wherever that may be. So, with that being said, I know that was a long, drawn out explanation, and thank you for being patient if you're still with me on this. Okay, but if you're using the same cash buyers and you find yourself in double close situations on a regular basis, even if you're in your local market, here's somebody down here who wants to talk. Who's that? Oh, hello. How are you? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Okay. All right. See you later, I guess. Well, if you're using the same lenders, you're using the same buyers. The same buyers, you're probably using the same title company or closing attorney as well, a lot of times in your local market or in your farm territory. Okay? Excuse me. And I'm sorry if some of this is a little more advanced maybe than just beginner level, but what I'm talking about tonight. However, if you're using the buyers that are the same buyers and you're using the same title company every time, there is I think there's a good reason to have this cheat sheet up here. Okay, the one here at the top of the screen. You can go there to that website and pull up this cheat sheet. No email required. Nothing like that at all. Okay. Take a look at it here. All right. I got this, like everything I've gotten in my life, I've gotten it from other people, found it, borrowed it, stole it, bought it. There's nothing new under the sun. Somebody revealed this to me, and now I, in turn, reveal it unto you. Okay. So it says the title is Escrow number 2, Resale Escrow. Now, check this out. The closing of this escrow is subject to and contingent upon the concurrent closing of escrow number blank. Okay, your title company is going to know what that is. But what it's referring to is the acquisitions escrow. Okay, so that's your A to B. Okay. The closing of the B to C, for example, okay, escrow number 2, the closing of the B to C is subject to and contingent upon the concurrent closing of escrow number 1, right? The A to B. All right. B to C can't happen until A to B happens. That's what it means. Wherein seller herein is acquiring the subject property at a lesser purchase price. You're the seller, by the way. The wholesaler is the seller in this case. The seller is acquiring the subject property at a lesser purchase price than what he's selling it for. Yeah, that's right. That's how wholesaling works. That's right. That's right. You go ahead and tell them. You tell the world that's how it works. All right. Buyer is aware that all or a portion of the proceeds from this transaction are the source of all or a portion of the purchase price in the acquisition A to B escrow. Okay, let me fill it in and paraphrase a little bit. Buyer is aware, okay, the end buyer is aware that all or a portion of the proceeds of this transaction, all of his money, the end buyer's money, is the source of all or a portion of the purchase price in the A to B. Okay, The escrow holder, the title company is the escrow holder, or the closing attorney is the escrow holder, is authorized and instructed to transfer funds from seller's proceeds in this escrow, in the B to C, to the A to B, acquisitions escrow. Okay, does that make sense? So the title company or the closing attorney is authorized and instructed to transfer funds from the B to C to fund the A to B. All right, now here's where the power comes in. With full knowledge of the foregoing, the parties hereto, okay, everybody knows what's up, in other words, including any lenders involved, providing new financing for the acquisition of this property. Everybody involved authorizes and instructs the title company or the closing attorney to proceed with the closing of this escrow pursuant to the instructions relative thereto. In other words, take what it says right here in the second paragraph, take the B to C money and pay off A to B. The parties further agree that the title company or closing attorney shall have no liability for and shall be held harmless for any matter resulting from escrow holder's compliance with these instructions. And then there are places for you to sign as the seller. Why am I the seller? You might be thinking. Well, because remember, this is a double escrow. So you're actually going to close with the homeowner and then sell to your end buyer. So in this particular reference, you are the seller. So then we have a buyer, which is your end buyer. It's his money that's going to fund the deal. Or if it's not his money, then down here, it's his lender's money. Okay, now I'm not saying that this is going to work in every case, in every place. But I am saying that if you are using the same regular buyers, they may be cash buyers and not have a lender. And if that's the case, they may be totally okay with you doing double escrow closings all day long using their money. And if the title company guy is okay with it, remember I just said earlier, he's not okay with it. No, he's not. But with this document and everyone in the parties' agreement, he may be okay with it. I'm not going to say it will work everywhere, in all places, in all cases, but I will say that it will work in some places and sometimes. If it will save you 2.5% to 3% in transactional lender fees, then I would guess that it would be worth getting the cheat sheet and taking a shot at it to see if you can save the money on the transactional lender. Now, you're not going to avoid a double close. You are still going to be doing the double close. It's just you're going to be, with this document, avoiding that transactional lender. All right, so are there any questions about that in the chat or anything? Anybody? It's good to see some folks in the chat. Sean, the name of this game is Journey. Okay, not sure. It's just an adventure game. You wander around. There's no one to kill. There's no one to steal from or points to earn or anything. You just wander around for about 2.5 hours, and then the game ends, is what I've heard. Some fantastic fashion. It seems pretty to me. Looking at the screen, I like it. I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to figure out where to go next. But we'll just wander around till something works, I guess. Hey, it's good to see Michael Batista here. I do have a strategy in my toolkit for avoiding a double escrow close altogether. That is not this particular thing. This would be avoiding the transactional lender. This person is chasing me, and I'm not sure what's going on. Am I not doing the right thing? Like we're trying to mix our energies and we're trying to vibe our energies together here. We're throwing our vibe. This is a PS4 game, but I believe it was originally available on PC. It's called Journey. It cost me about $6, I think, because it's pretty old, and I'm not sure where I'm going with a lot of this, but I'm just kind of wandering around. It's just supposed to be one of those kind of visually stimulating and easy to use, kind of play around with and relax kind of games, I think. Hey, it's good to see you, Rick. Oh, you know me. What's up? I'm just out here, hanging around, doing some game playing and giving away a free cheat sheet. So, by the way, let me see here if I can fix this. You guys see my shirt now. I take over house payments. All right. Hey, I got this t-shirt for y'all now too. All right, I sent somebody a t-shirt. Somebody said Journey is PS3, PS4, and PC. Always the go-giver. I'm not sure what you think I'm giving away, man. Oh. A cheat sheet. That's right. I'm giving away this cheat sheet up here. All right, so anyway, I take over house payments. And then this fixed double close cheat sheet. Also, hey, you guys remember last week? My flagship course, I was offering it for $7 at shutupmoney.com. Well, right now, I'm really, really arrogantly filled with myself. Okay? My ego is just really, really... Dude, it's huge. So, I've raised the price to $15. Okay, so there it is. If you don't have my flagship lease options course, 6 figures, okay, $15. Oh, Michael Batista says, if the double closing is required and the transactional funding is required, do you have any hookups on transactional lenders? Yeah, see, that's the thing. What I have found is, and that's why I have this cheat sheet, because, I think I even got it from you, dude. That probably looks familiar to you. Yeah, that'll help you avoid the whole transactional lender if you have to do a double close. But, if you got to have a transactional lender, if that won't work, my best advice is just to call your title company guy and say, hey, listen, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I have to double close on this, it looks like, because I want to sell this deal to XYZ. Okay, all right, let me back up. If your buyer is a local buyer, go to your buyer and ask your buyer, hey, what title company do you close at most regularly? Who's your title company guy? Who's your closing attorney guy? And do you know any private lenders that we can do a double escrow closing with that'll lend on the A to B side? They may know someone themselves, or they may be willing to even do it themselves, okay? If they are cash buyers, they're loaded with cash, they may be able to do that themselves. All right, there's also the advice that I would offer is to call the title company that they are favorites with and try to get the deal closing at that title company, and then ask that title company director, say, hey, who is it that we can call to facilitate this transactional lending? Because think about this, these title company guys, they, especially if they're investor friendly title company guys, okay, they close all of these, not all of them, but like a lot, you know, they're closing a lot of these investor deals in town. So they're friends with these investors. And, you know, that's kind of cool, but I feel like I'm stuck in this game, man. Like I don't know where I'm going. So let's switch games. um, excuse me. The investors in town, they're all closing at the same places. Like, you know, you can go on Facebook in any town and say, hey, what's the investor friendly title company? And everybody will say, oh, it's well, it's Alpha Title, or it's, you know, whatever, you know, and Accurate Title, or it's, you know, something else, Superior Title. They'll say what it is, you know, and those are the guys, those are the title companies that are closing like all the deals, really, you know. So they know who the buyers are, but mostly also they know who the private lenders are and the transactional lenders. Okay. So a lot of times I find I can be friendly with the title company people, and we can just find somebody that they always kind of close with anyway. And I think that's kind of a cool way to develop a relationship in your local market. You're going to want to develop relationships in your local market, like private lenders, like transactional lenders, maybe even bridge lenders. Okay, bridge funding. Okay, does everybody understand what that is, what the difference is, you know? Your bridge lender is a guy that's going to loan you money that's going to season for a little bit, maybe a couple weeks or maybe even a couple months. Okay, if you have to buy a property, close escrow on it, and hold on to it for a little while before you can close the B2C side. Okay, if it's longer than a day, that's not transactional lending. That's a bridge loan. Okay, so at least that's, you know, that's my education on it. So, you know, there's a different set of rules apply and parameters and benefits and costs and stuff when it comes to bridge loans. So, you know, that's a whole other topic. Most of the time you don't need a bridge loan, you just need that transactional lender for that whole day. Somebody put in here in the chat doubleclose.com. If you know that's if that's good, man, that's, thanks for putting that in there. I appreciate it. I'm sure there's a few around that are really good. But you know, you got to get on Google. You got to get on Google too, I think. Maybe if you want to find somebody that does. See, I would rather call the title company guy and say, hey, you know, who's the transactional lenders around here, you know? And can I get hooked up with them, you know? I mean, do you have one? I need to double close a deal. So this game's called No Man's Sky. This is kind of an adventurous game. And hey, it's good to see Ron. He says they are awesome. Not sure what they are necessarily, Ron, but put it in the chat. Let me know what you're talking about there, dude. This is a pretty world that I'm on here in No Man's Sky, but I think it's because it's got the pretty colors I like. I like these colors. I know that sounds funny, but I'm colorblind, everybody. Okay, so I'm really literally colorblind in a pretty real way. Okay. So what I mean is like I can see colors, but I don't see the same colors that you see sometimes. All right, so that's why if you ever go to my website shutupmoney.com, you'll see that it's all a bunch of bright Fruit Loop colors and stuff. And that's partly just because I need to see the colors, and so it helps me if they're real bright, colorful superhero colors. And, you know, man, Cave Morrow, what is that? Let's just blast the shit out of it then, right? Actually, this is a mining laser, everybody. It's a mining beam. So I'm not just wasting the plant. I'm actually trying to harvest. See, I know it looks like I exploded the shit out of it, but actually I'm just I'm trying to use it for science. Okay. I mean, I'm an astronaut, for crying out loud. All right. So, boom. There we go. Yep. So I don't really know what I'm doing in this game either, but it is kind of a pretty world. I think I'm stuck now in this hole, maybe. We'll see how to get out of here. Oh, yeah. I blasted up out of there. Cool. Alright. So, oh, yeah. So, Ron... Oh, okay, cool. Ron says doubleclose.com. They got a proof of funds for free, and they have a charge of only 1%. Okay, got it, dude. Got it. I am with you on that. Okay, cool. Thanks for the advice, man. That's cool. So, yeah. Cheat sheet here up above in the link. If you haven't gotten that yet, just go ahead and grab that. We're just hanging out. Somebody, Michael says he used a private, I guess a private lender or a transactional lender. Oh, I just ran into that mushroom tree. Wow. I am not very good at this flying thing. I'll tell you what, everybody remember that. If I ever say I'm going to come pick you up in my private jet, you might remember I'm not too good on the joystick. So, wow, that's the shoot button. Okay. Let's go over here and see what's happening. Over top of these mountains. I'm kind of interested. Yeah, it's good to have some private lenders on deck. You know, some transactional lenders. I think it's good to have a couple strategies too to avoid double closing, which is the purpose of the cheat sheet, is not to avoid the double close, but to avoid having to use that private lender. Wow, here's some kind of lake or something down here. That's cool. Yeah, so you know you'll still have to double close, but you might, with that cheat sheet, you might be able to avoid the transactional lender's fees, and that would be nice. But there's also some techniques where you can avoid, maybe even avoid the double close in some cases. But there's some situations like maybe with a realtor where maybe you're you're totally like getting something off the MLS, which is totally possible too. I have wholesaled quite a few deals off of the MLS in my career. Okay. And I've made some pretty good money off of it. So don't think just because there's a realtor involved that you can't make money off of it. Is that the Loch Ness Monster? What is that? Let's go swimming. Let's see what that is. I don't know. That's some kind of tree. I'm going to vaporize it for science. And then we'll take it back to the lab, and we'll take its dust back to the lab and see what we can come up with. I wish I had a real suit like this in real life where I could totally jetpack like that. Even in the water. That'd be totally cool. Yeah, you're welcome, Michael. You're welcome. I think you gave me the cheat sheet to begin with a long time ago, man. But, yeah, you're welcome. You can have it back now. Man, can I just be real with everybody? I don't know how many people we got watching right now. Let me see if I can take a look, and we got a handful of people watching right now, at least, on several different platforms. Actually, maybe a little more than a handful. Uh, you know, I kind of got my feelings hurt a little bit recently, and I don't know. I don't want to sound like a victim or anything here with this comment, but like a couple different people said something and it kind of hurt my feelings. And I've been thinking about it, and you know how you are when as a human in the human experience when you start. I don't know. This is all busted up stuff. I guess it just crashed. Somebody left some busted up shit here. I don't know, on this planet. That's the thing about humans, man. We're pretty dirty people. Can you imagine? Can you imagine how long when we finally get to Mars? How long is it going to be before there's like empty beer cans and shit laying around everywhere? Okay, probably not very long. I'm just guessing. Beer cans and cigarette butts. I tell you, something that'll make you cry is here on planet Earth. If you go up to the river, the nearest river, or if you got a river running through town or something like that, a lot of us do because, they built towns around rivers. Well, if you go to a town that's got a river in it, or maybe a lake, or some kind of body of water, obviously, you're going to find a lot of trash floating around in it. And that's pretty heartbreaking. I don't know what that is, but I just shot it with my vaporizer. Man, this is like a planet of giant mushrooms. Like, I feel like a Smurf. Yeah. Go to the river. It'll have beer cans, cigarette butts. It'll have shopping bags, the plastic shopping bags, like just totally, floating down the water or floating in the water. And it's just, a lot of places are just gross, Oh, look, I fed the little creature. Wow, that's nice. Hey, he likes me now. I'm going to feed this little guy too. He looks hungry. I'm going to offer him some food. Hey, you want some food, little guy? There you go. Yeah, no, they like me. Hey. Okay, let me see if I can vaporize this one. What happens when you vaporize one? Oh, no, I'm going to let you guys go because you like me now. Well, that's cool. Well, yeah, it's too bad. But I'm just thinking, like, hey, what if we were on... What if Elon Musk pulls this off and we all end up going to the moon and like Kamala said, and we see it with our own eyes and all this? Well, what's it going to be like just a few months later, like a year or two? You go back and there's like beer cans and shit everywhere, and used. Sorry for my vulgarity, but like this is humans. Like it's got rubbers and just disgusting stuff. I mean, it's sad. I think we as humans in general need to get our act together. You know what we need? We need mamas and dads, man. That's what I think. I'm gonna get back in my spaceship and take off. Yeah. So I'm sorry I got off track there, but I'm just gonna go into outer space, y'all. But yeah, a couple people hurt my feelings a little bit lately, and I was kind of like, I keep my cards pretty close to my chest. I don't let anybody know that kind of shit because I'm a grown man. I'm not a crybaby. I just keep it in. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean? You got to keep it in, kind of foster some hurts inside, maybe a little bit. Well, anyway, it's been going on for a few months now. Well, that's kind of cool. Wow, that's just a big dude. Wow, I think I want to go over here. Some of these planets. What is this planet over here? Oh no! Oh, I thought I was gonna hit that asteroid. Oh, I did a little bit. I bumped it. I'm gonna pulse drive over here. Watch this. So what they said about me was it kind of hurt my feelings, and I've been pondering on this for a few months, but like somebody said it again recently, and it kind of rehashed it for me, and I was like, I don't know. Instead of being hurt about it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to think about it until I understand. I think I understand why they say that about me, and then, excuse me, and then from there, I will. Maybe I can learn something. Maybe I can learn something. I wonder if this is kind of what it's really like. Oh, here we go. Wow, is this kind of like an Earth-like planet? I'm coming in through the atmosphere now. Thank you, everybody, for the fasten your seatbelts light is now off, and you can move about the cabin. But what they said about me, I've determined I was going to learn from it. But here's what they said about me, everybody. I've drug it out enough, but I don't know. You guys are going to be like, "This is stupid." You guys, that's so silly. But I'm for real. It really hurt my feelings. I've had a couple people that are coaches and gurus and stuff. Not coaches and gurus, but other coaches and people I respect. I've had 3 of them in some way or another insinuate or say right to my face that they're like, you're the coach for new people. Like we want people in our coaching business. We want people to come to us, and we want our students to be, kind of educated in what's going on, and kind of have a sense of things before they join our coaching. But you'll take the new people, and you have a basics level coaching. I was like, that kind of hurt my feelings, man. But I guess it hurt my feelings because I was kind of in my feelings about it. Kind of looks like the top of wheat right there. Not sure. Wow. Oh, look at that bird. Let me see if I can catch it. No, it's fast. Okay. But I've been thinking about it. I don't mind being the new, I don't mind being the coach for the new guy. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there are other coaches out there for the new guy, but it just seems like to me, there's a lot of new people that need help, and I want to be. I'm kind of cool with that now, and I want to be the new guy's coach. I'm cool with that, and maybe you'll graduate me someday if you join my coaching stuff. It's affordable. It's like everybody says, it's a great place to start. Maybe you'll graduate out of mine and go on to somebody else's at some point. I don't know. But I'm starting to accept that. And I don't think it's because I don't know as much as these people do or whatever. I think it's just because I think I'm just wired differently. Like I'm okay with talking to people that don't know nothing. Because I also recognize that there's a lot of shit that I don't know. And a lot of shit that I do know that probably ain't even right. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who among us has achieved, you know, omniscience, you know, like all-knowing status and shit, you know? Not me, man. I think it's Ron again saying, don't let it hurt your feelings. You're one of the few to spend a lot of time coaching to make sure your students succeed. Well, thanks, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Michael says, maybe they just suck at breaking it down on an elementary level and you excel at it, but you're easily able to get someone to 100K a month. You know, I think I just like making it simple because do you guys know that song by Leonard Skinner? Simple Man. Do you guys know Simple Man by Leonard Skinner? All right. I'm not a big Leonard Skinner fan. I'm just saying. What happens if I shoot a bird? Does he come get me? I'm not a very good shot. I don't think you can shoot birds. They're humongous. They look like condors or something. Well, let's be real. This planet here kind of boring. Like, there's not a lot of stuff on this planet. I mean, wow, I almost just walked off the ledge right there. Yeah. You got to be careful on this planet. Let's just jump off the ledge, see what happens. I've never done that before. I'm going to try to save myself with this jetpack. Oh, man. What is that? Is that a dinosaur? I take that back. There's a lot going on this planet. Look at that. You just got to look around. And maybe that's kind of like life. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys hearing me out on that. I mean, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but... Well, maybe it kind of hurt my feelings a lot, kind of, in a sense. But... I'm going to adopt this guy as a... I'm going to ride this guy. I'm going to ride this guy like a... Right. What is it? I'm going to ride my horse to the Old Town Road. Am I on this guy? Yeah. Why am I sitting up on him on the front like that? That's weird. Hey, get up off of him like that. That ain't right. You're sitting on his neck. I'm going to have to feed you again because I just jumped on your neck. Okay. You're my buddy now. His name is Orny. Funny. I've been orny a few times myself. Hey, come here, Orny. Yep. Let me feed you. It's hashtag groceries. Wow. Man, this has got lots of... What's that thing eat? I mean, does he eat vegetation? I don't know. Strange. So... What is that? This is ferrite dust. Okay, well, I don't really need that, but I'll go ahead and take it. This is kind of it's a mining beam, so you can collect stuff, and then there's other... Let's see here, like I can come over here and I can throw down a, let's throw down one of these. Let's see here. Let's do this. All right. So now I can hop up here. See, Orny's my pet now. He's my buddy. And I'm going to get in one of these. I don't know what this is exactly. It looks like a ginormous motorcycle. Whoa. Whoa, it's really cool working for NASA. Whoa. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh, wait a minute. There's a giant. Look at that. That was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. That's what I'm saying. See, humans, the first thing I want to do is I want to grab a motorcycle and thrash all of the plant life, and then come over here and visit with this evil looking lizard dinosaur thing. Hey, you want to be my buddy too? Okay, let's do it. Let's ride you. Yeehaw. Let's go, dude. That's funny. I've never ridden a dinosaur before. But nevertheless, kind of fun. All right, everybody. Let's just. I guess I'll wrap this up. I don't really have anything much to add. You guys have been hanging out with me for a little while. I love you. I appreciate you. Go to shutupmoney.com, fixed double close, and get that in case you can avoid the transactional lender. Okay, if you don't have to pay them, why in the world would you want to? You know what I'm saying? So don't waste it like that. All right. Don't waste your money like that. It's too hard to come by, right? So use this cheat sheet or stick it in your, stick it in your, what do they call it? Google Drive or your Dropbox or something like that. And this game is still going on, man. I'm just kind of sucked into it a little bit, but kind of thinking I'm stuck in that world too. Like sometimes I just want to play like Uncharted or like one of these adventure games, and then sometimes I'm like interested in this this adventure game like Journey we played tonight, or No Man's Sky, where I just kind of wander around and just goof off, you know. But I'm thinking about maybe next week playing Prey, or maybe man, wouldn't it be cool if we could do some like maybe some GTA 5, or like I've got some games. Let me see here what I've got. Maybe you guys can see. There's No Man's Sky. We just played that. There was Journey. We played that. Dear Esther. See, that's kind of a cool game in the sense of it's real pretty and you don't really have to do anything but wander around. Uncharted. That's the collection. The first 3 games. Wolfenstein. Minecraft. You know what? Honestly, don't even know how to play Minecraft. Prey, that's pretty cool. City Skylines, this is where you build a whole town. Abzu is that game I played last week where I'm ocean diving. Burnout Paradise, Uncharted 4, Grand Theft Auto 5, Uncharted. Hey, here's the girls' Uncharted games. Did y'all know the girls have an Uncharted game? Dude, it's totally pretty cool. Okay, it's pretty good. Honestly, I like it. Honestly, maybe in ways a little better than Uncharted 4. Okay, The Lost Legacy is pretty good. It's just the girls. All right. So I mean, we got some cool games we could play. The Last of Us remaster. But some of these are a little darker, and I like to keep it a little light. So, it's something like riding dinosaurs and in a weird world in outer space. Well, anyway, I love you guys, and I guess I'll see you guys again next time. Does anybody have anything they want to add here in the chat? Anybody? Thank you for complimenting me on my math skills. Does anybody got any? It's a better feeling helping someone new to quit their job than a seasoned investor that already knows how to make money in this business and already financially free. Yes, I do agree with that too. Thank you for saying that in the chat. Business is all about math. Good to see you, Eddie. Good to see you, dude. Free cheat sheet at the address up here. I'm going to let it scroll by one more time. And then we're going to say goodnight. Unless anybody's got anything good here they want to put in the... Thank you, Eddie. Anything good they want to put in the chat here? Or questions or anything? It's about 1:15 here in Kansas City, Missouri. And everybody remember, I take over house payments, okay? I take over house payments, okay? Anti-heroes always get the hate. Dog. Dog. You're so right about that. You're so right about that. Next week, I want to wear a shirt that says anti-hero. I'm having it made. It's an anti-hero, okay? And the anti-hero, if you don't know, it's a literary thing. It's a character role. It's a type of character. It's an archetypal character archetype. And there's the hero. Everybody knows that's Superman. He's the guy with the, his hair's perfect. His tall, dark, handsome, good looking, muscular, saves the day, gets, being the hero on the reg, saving the girl on the reg, driving the hot cars and the going to all the. It's Bruce Wayne, okay? It's Batman. He's the hero. Then you got the villain, okay? The villain, we all know the villain is the bad. But then there's this other guy, other archetypal. It's the anti-hero. Anti doesn't mean he's against the hero, like the villain. That's the villain's role. The anti-hero is another type of hero. It's just a hero that's all fucked up. And we all really wish he could get it together. Let me give you an example of a great. Do I have that game on here? Do I have it? No, I took it off. I ought to put it back on. I have a great game on here on my PS4 with a great anti-hero, and this is a great example of an anti-hero. No, it's not on there. So, a great example of an anti-hero is Deadpool. You guys see the movie Deadpool? Yeah, it's an anti-hero. Okay, so he's a hero. He wants to do good. His intentions are good, but he's kind of an asshole in a way, and he's kind of a jackass, and he's kind of a mess up, and he's kind of got some real human faults and flaws. And we all watch him and we root for him internally because we hope he gets his shit together and he wins. Because there's something about the anti-hero that we can all relate to. And I feel like, in a sense, I am an anti-hero. And I feel like, in a sense, you are too. And maybe we just need to start our own anti-hero club and just embrace the idea that we are heroes with flaws. Okay. So, yeah, I'm getting some. Michael Batista's helping me out here. So he Googled anti-hero. Okay, so Walter White is an anti-hero from Breaking Bad. Wolverine, the Hulk. Okay, yeah, remember the Hulk? He wanted to do good, but he was also like, don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Because I turn green and I bust out of my fucking clothes. I run around shirtless. I'll tell you what, running around shirtless as a dude, you gotta have some fucking balls, man. I mean, all right. Blade. Honestly, I saw the first Blade movie. This was in a part of my life where I fell asleep during every movie that I saw. And so, if you remember the first scene in Blade 1, these people go into this club. It's like an underground club, and the sprinkler system goes off and it starts shooting blood all over them, and they're just like, yeah. Like, I fell asleep during that part and had nightmares for a week. Yeah. So, but Blade, yeah, also an anti-hero. Excuse me. So lots of anti-heroes out there in the world. And I don't think they give enough credit. Let me give you my favorite anti-hero of all. And that is Billy Bob Thornton's character in Bad Santa. Okay. Billy Bob Thornton, yeah, it's at the beginning of the movie, dude. It's like the first 5 minutes, Eddie, and I was asleep. But I fell asleep at the wrong time, right after the sprinklers came on. That's the last thing I remember. And then every night for a week. I dreamed that, and I had nightmares. Freaked me out, man. And but yeah, Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa, great, great anti-hero. Okay, because see, he wants to help the kid. He wants to do good. He wants to get his shit together. He's just irreparably human. And he's so real, he can't help himself. Okay. So we've got a lot of great examples out there. I like all those movies. Uh, but yeah, the anti-hero speaks to me, and I why I think about real estate. I think about coaching too. I think about food. I think about sex, and I think about things like being an anti-hero and fucking, you know. Maybe that's because I am a little bit of that anti-hero. Anyway, Zorro. Somebody said Zorro. You know, Zorro. I can't think of any real character flaws that. I mean, did he have character flaws? Really? I mean, real character flaws, or because Zorro was just kind of like he wanted to liberate the people of the Republic of California. And man, I love Zorro. I grew up watching Zorro. I made a Zorro comment in the chat in my group here recently, and nobody responded to it. And I was like, man, you guys don't know what. Okay, there was Zorro, was my childhood hero, one of them. And the other one that was a childhood hero, well, I was starting to read this chat over here and I lost it. But I was thinking about it there. Duke Nukem and John Wick. I don't know, you guys. Duke Nukem, that was a video game. So, but Zorro was one of my faves coming up. Yeah. And, man, we need a Zorro, don't we? We need Zorro right now. We need Zorro to come save the day. But I can't really remember any real. He did. He was an anti-hero too, but not as severe as like let's say Captain Jack Sparrow. Okay, he was even more severe character flaws. Billy Bob Thornton in Bad Santa, hilariously vulgar anti-hero. Okay, just hilariously vulgar. Shrek is. Okay, so we've named all of these anti-heroes. Well, then who is a real hero? Okay, Superman, fucking Batman. I mean, who else? I don't know. I mean, where do you draw the line between a human hero and an anti-hero? I don't know. But there is probably a fine line between those two, and I think a lot now that we're talking this through, you and me, I feel like maybe there is a lot of anti-heroes out there. So maybe I'm onto something. We're not alone. We're not alone. What if we feel alone though? But what if it wasn't true? Okay, what if all heroes? What if all heroes are secretly fuck ups? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there. What if all heroes are secretly fuck ups, but they somehow win because of love? I said they somehow win because of love. That's hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. There's a villain, there's a hero, and then there's us. We're somewhere We're somewhere maybe in the middle. We're sometimes villainous, but God, we really wish we could be the hero. And we want to be. And as soon as we get a shot at it, which, by the way, is every day that you live. But yeah, get a shot at it. Be the hero. Every dog has his day, they say. Yeah. It rains on the just as well as the unjust. So maybe, maybe a little sunshine on the just and the unjust too. So if you have, like me, human character flaws, and sometimes you're lazy, and sometimes you're fearful, and sometimes you're anxious, and sometimes you're scared, and sometimes you don't act because you don't even know why. But you can't let it go. Okay. I hope you're listening to me now, because I think I just struck a chord. If you're out there and you got all these things that keep you from moving forward, like personal stuff, like sometimes I'm lazy, sometimes I'm just fearful, to be honest with you, and I don't want to admit it. I'm scared. Okay, I think that's human. And I think those are some character flaws. And I think that makes you the perfect candidate to be the anti hero, which means let's overcome some of those and really do something good for ourselves and for other people. What else is there? I don't know. I'm not sure, guys. What else is there? To take your flaws and your character malfunctions, and to do something good for somebody else in spite of them. Mm. God, that's what I want to do. All right. Love you guys. Have a good night.